Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Makoto. Come on, man. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Ja, das ist ja fast echt, Christian. What was in the box was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? What do you mean, just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. Hi, Dad. Oh, ja. Ich glaube, ihm wurde der Schädel eingeschlagen oder so. Fällt mir gerade auf, da ist voll die Risse drin. The same man she's been searching for. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possibly even likely that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough prancing. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game begins to some Dutch spins. Many people take a single step and hope to speak since the killing game began, although 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other
that
words...
most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm, she was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility, but I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Das brauchen wir auch beim Gericht. Okay. Look at that. This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Kyoko?
Why would you...
This is annoying. Came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So, what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time. Wow, da sieht man sie lächeln. Ungewöhnlich. He must have really cared about her.
Why?
What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Oh God. Sogar das Foto, meine Güte, warum kriegen wir denn alles Mögliche? Na gut. The headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me, feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I had found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Oh, but Kyoko. I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay?
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while, I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need
Just
to
a second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul, but... maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Genau, das habe ich mir damals auch gedacht. Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope Speak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope Speak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the facts, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It's impossible even that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... Ja, das müssen wir jetzt nicht zum 5. Mal wiederholen. 15 of us met in the mail hall, and add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me? Byakuya? Some idiot I forgot the name of. Toko. Ina. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive, then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Gut, dann können wir jetzt die Schränke hier dann aufmachen mit dem for emergency use only handbook. Denn wo ist es? Das da. Hier steht ja has no restrictions. This handbook has no restrictions. Müsste das bei allen Schränken funktionieren. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed. Must be I get locker open. After all, it's pretty simple. Batteries are locker room on the same floor as school. Maybe use your eBay. Yeah. So does that mean? Well, let's just give it a try. I want my own handbook. This is no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it. Ah, okay. Wait, but what about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball, huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro Hagakure. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? This is a deck of playing cards? No, they're not tarot cards, but wait, are those used for telling fortunes? It's a coincidence, right? I took the emergency handbook. Let's see what we've got inside here. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay. Best my team. This thing is practically empty. Except for... there's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is, but there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I had heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Ooh. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here is what he said. The point is to keep our students' prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing, but when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. Oops. There's a second despair. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? The more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Nope, nothing in there. Ich glaube, das waren die einzigen zwei. Anderen ist, glaube ich, nichts. Nope. Die sind wahrscheinlich alle kaputt. Okay. Now what? Ich denke, das war jetzt alles hier, oder? Aber ich könnte noch mal zu Kyoko gehen. Ich finde das bestimmt interessant, was ich zu sagen habe. Ach ja, es ist 10 Uhr, aber ich denke, ich mache heute mal wieder ein bisschen länger. Auch wenn ich morgen noch recht früh raus muss, um Sean zu wecken und nochmal zum Arzt zu gehen wegen meinem Zeh. Ach stimmt, die will uns jetzt gar nicht sehen. There's all kind of stuff I want to talk to her about right now, but I'd better give her some more time. Gucken, vielleicht machen wir noch bis 10:30 oder 11. Also ich hätte so einen bestimmten Punkt, den ich anpeilen würde, aber mal schauen, ob wir es dahin noch schaffen. Mit die Verschlafene, die mehr brauchen. Genau. Was haben wir jetzt noch übrig? Ja, nicht mehr. Ich glaube jetzt... Okay, gut, dass das geht. Jetzt fehlt, glaube ich, nur noch die Dings da. Genau, die Garden und Dojo halt. Related to Mokuro. Also Garden and Dojo. Let's do that. Das ist, glaube ich, das ist genau der richtige Teleportierpunkt. Machen wir erstmal Garden. It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. The fuck? Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body, but if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I'd better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says biolab. Then this originally came from the biolab? Ich wüsste ja zu gerne, was für Theorien so gerade in euren Köpfen rumgehen. Aber wenn, dann schreibt diese mir lieber nicht im Chat, sondern persönlich. That's all I really needed to check here. Oh, Togo. Right. So this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to Kate, would have something, right? But there was anything out of ordinary here. You beg my precious time. Calm down, Togo.
What's your problem?
Sammy, calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that, except Christian. Master Will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm just gonna go and leave her here. No. Oh. Oh.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, Since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Oh, what? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap, but even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, cool, er geht sogar direkt hin. Oh, hey, Hiro. Makoto! Why do you act so surprised? No reason, man. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go, man. Hiro, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal, so basically like he always does. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker, but has he been hiding something this whole time?
Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hit? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? Ready for the final hint? Yeah, okay. This must be the envelope. Just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry. Just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it.